Welcome back to another This Week in Warframe. This is going to be for the week of June 28th through July 5th. And this week, we've got a whole bunch of free items coming up to talk about. We've got Tennocon stuff to talk about. We have the Heirlooms and the Prime Resurgences. And if you guys are interested in the free Twitch drops that are going to be happening as soon as literally less than probably 12 hours after I post this video, you guys can find those on my Twitch channel for like the next 2 weeks all the way up until TwitchCon. You guys will be able to not TwitchCon, Tennocon. You guys will be able to get your Twitch drops, your Warframe Twitch drops and stuff all the way up until Tennocon. And there's a whole bunch of them. We're going to go over how that's going to work in a little bit, but there's a lot. There's a lot of drops for you to get. But let's get started this week in Warframe. Bird 3, he's got himself some shiny treasures. He has an Azure Archon Shard this week. Deep Archimedia is a survival, mirror defense, and exterminate. Temporal Archimedia is a defense, Legicide Harvest, and assassination. The current Kodo weapons for the next 4 days are the Bass Assist, 50% heat, Bubonico, 26.2% heat, Cost Assist, 56.5% toxin. That's only going to need one more fusion and that's done. So the Haruto with 25.4% toxin, Path Assist, 45.9% impact, Synapse, 29.5% magnetic, and the Tysis, 52.2% magnetic. The current rewards on the 1999 calendar are Double Arcanes versus a Crimson Archon Shard, then an Arcane versus a Riven, then we have an Arcane versus a Primary Arcane Adapter, then Double Arcanes versus a Voss for Cash, then we have a Voss for Cash versus Double Arcanes, and lastly an Arcane versus 6000 Endo. Steel Path Descendia, we are looking at rewards of a Melee Riven mod, Arcane Concentration, Melee Kareen, 25 Steel... Where'd it go? 25 Steel Essence, 3 times Melee Kareen, and lastly an Omniforma Blueprint. And then for the normal circuit rewards, our final reward is going to be a secondary Arcane Adapter. The current Prime Resurgence has 10 days and 17 hours left with Equinox and Wukong, and that's how long you have to get them, get their weapons if you don't have them yet. Replacing them are going to be Titania and Gara, and that's again in 10 days and 17 hours. Now, real quick, the Tennocon 2026 digital pack, is it worth getting? Absolutely. My second tier of my Patreon has a list of everything Borrow's ever brought. It's got a whole bunch of checkboxes where you could say, yes, I have it, no, I don't have it. It'll tell you how many credits, how many ducats you still need. It is like 2 weeks away from Tennocon. So to be honest, if you're a brand new player, I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing this. If you're a player that's been around for a while and, you know, you don't have that much to farm left from Borrow, maybe then it's worth doing it. Or if you just want to support, then maybe it's worth doing it. I mean, if you are a new player and you want to support, that's totally fine too. I'm just saying, it's probably, you're not going to be able to get everything you need, all the ducats and credits in time for this. So I probably wouldn't if you were like super new to the game. But again, that's second tier on my Patreon if you guys are interested in that checklist. Also, you guys are running out of time for these free items. Just about everything here is about 1 credit. A couple of these things are maybe like 25,000 credits, wherever they are. Yeah, like 25,000. But for the most part, this is 1 credit. You keep this forever. This other color palette, you keep this forever. It's totally worth getting. It's just really nice looking stuff. Now, as far as the Twitch drops goes, you guys can see it's broken into 2 weeks. On the first week is going to start literally tomorrow, less than 24 hours away after I post this. It's going to be Monday the 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern, and that is going to run until Thursday, July 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's about 4 days you have. So I'm going to be live as often as I possibly can. Chances are you're nearly guaranteed to get them from my channel as long as you have everything hooked up correctly, like your Twitch is linked to your Warframe account. That's all you really need to do. And just be in my streams long enough to collect all these drops. And then there's going to be a 2-hour break on Thursday, probably when they do the Thursday primetime streams that they do. And then after that 2 hours, starting Thursday what did I write here? Thursday the 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard is when the second week of drops is going to start. So the first week of drops is going to start tomorrow, and then it's going to run for about 4 days until Thursday when primetime happens. There'll be a 2-hour break where there won't be any drops, but then the drops will recontinue. There'll probably be drops on the primetime stream. I'd honestly be really surprised if they didn't have drops on their own stream for that. But regardless, you guys can come back to my stream right after that. The drops will continue for week 2, and those are going to run until Thursday, the 9th, July 9th. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, and then another day or 2 will be Tennocon, and you guys will be able to get a whole bunch more drops during Tennocon. But I'll catch you up in next week of This is the Week in Warframe video that you guys can totally turn sub notifications on, and you won't miss a single thing. Getting into the other things that have happened or are happening this week in Warframe. we have a reminder to do the weekly Iatan treasure hunt with Maru. Also, for Steel Path, the incursions are Crossfire, Exterminate, Mobile Defense, Assassination, Survival, Spy, Survival. Also, the invasions currently are a Sheev Heatsink versus a Snipetron Vandal Blueprint. It's the only one that really matters to worry about right now. We also have the sortie is an Exterminate, Mobile Defense, and Assassination. This week's Archon Hunt is against Boreal for an Azor Archon Shard. We'll have to do a Sabotage, Interception, and a Showdown. We check out Nora and what's going on in Nightwave. We have the usual permanent weeklies. We also have defeat an H09 Ephron tank, eliminate an Exploiter Orb, destroy a cruise ship with forward artillery, complete 12 conduits in disruption, and today's daily is looking like it's eliminate 150 enemies with a melee weapon. We check out the goodies that Nora brought us this week. We are looking at a Physique Deadly Maneuvers, Exposing Harpoon, Critical Precision, Loot Detector, Shield Disruption, and Deadeye. And the one that I would say is going to probably yield you the most amount of platinum, or the ones you should stock up on if you have extra credits and you want to make platinum, probably be Physique and Loot Detector. All the other ones you can kind of just pass over for now. And we also have Focused Acceleration, Double Tap, Recharge Barrier, and Prism Guard. Steel Pass Circuit this week, we have Incarnate Adapters for the Bratton, Lato, Skana, Paris, and Kunai. And if we scroll over, you could also get a Riven Pistol Melee Riven mod or 20,000 Kuva. And if we check out what's happening on the normal circuit this week, we have options between Excalibur, Trinity, and Ember. Checking out Akrithis, this week she has a Magus Agress, a Pistol Riven mod, an Orokin Reactor, a Exilus Warframe Adapter, 5,000 Kuva, and a Forma Blueprint. And before we check out Teshan, just a reminder, the Mesa Heirloom is dropping July 11th, so that's going to be around Tennocon. We also, for Teshan this week, if we check out what he's got, we have a Veil-Driven Cypher and 30,000 Endo. And Ergo over here has got himself a Tenant Ferox 60% heat. That is totally maxed out, so you're not going to have to fuse that if you want to keep it with heat. That's wonderful. If you don't have this, certainly grab that. We also have a Tenant Grigori, 30.9% magnetic, a Tenant Livia, 43.9% magnetic, a Tenant Exec, 51.3% heat, and lastly, an Agendus with 32.1% cold. How much platinum have you made since you've become a Patreon?
Over 100K.
45K.
60, 70,000.
20,000.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a week?
12K.
Probably about 5,000.
5,400.
Probably 8K.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a day?
5,400.
Day was probably 4K.
Probably about 3,000.
2K.
What's your favorite method of making platinum that you've learned from me?
Mostly just flipping ribbons and selling warframes.
Probably arbitrations.
Selling sets of Warframes.
I enjoy Zeramon the most.
Imagine how much time and money they've saved. You know where the links are. Reminder to stop by the Chrysalith on the Zeramon and visit Archimedes and Yanta for your 35,000 Kuva. Then you could travel to Iron Wake on Earth and visit Palladino for your 2 Rivens, your 35,000 Kuva, and your 150,000 credits. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stop by my Twitch channel where you can get free drops when they are community-wide, also free rewards I do all the time anyway. And make sure you check out your Invigorations this week and see what you got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.